Okay, so far we have discussed the commands which are necessary, and then now we are going to see some advanced concepts in Linux administration. Okay, so advanced concepts in the sense is how to configure a cron job, or how to create the cron tabs like that, and then how to do SSH passwordless SSH configuration also. How to do that? Let us see that. Why? Because these two are very important in Linux classes. Okay, Linux task also. Okay, right. So let me take you to the servers now. Right. Okay, two way to check past. Okay. Today, I wanted to show you one more thing. We have Putty, right? We have seen so far Putty. Let us see different tool called uh, Mobaxterm or Super Putty. Let's try with the Super Putty first. Okay, so Super Putty is also one type of Putty only, but this is like it is having some advanced settings and advanced features. Let's try to install that Super Putty, and then we will try to work out on that. Okay, so Super Putty is nothing but just type Super Putty, download. Okay, so this is also work based out of the Putty only. I mean the basic the basic thing for Super Putty is it requires Putty only. So as we have installed already Putty, so then we can download Super Putty, and then we can install that. Okay, so this is also same by Putty only. I mean same company only, but here they are giving with providing some advanced options. So let us see that how to download Super Putty. So it is talking about Super, not Super Putty, Putty Gen only. Mm, One Super Putty download. Okay. See, look at here. Download Super Putty zip file, download Super Putty MSI. So here we will take a Super Putty zip file. Okay. So we will extract the zip, and then we will install that by using .exe. Okay. Okay, it is not downloading. I'll try to download manually. It is taking too much time. Okay, it was downloaded actually. I'll show you. See, look at here, we got downloaded super putty here. So I will just giving the right click and then I will unzip it, then try to install that super putty. See a .exe file, you need to install by using the .exe file only. Okay, this is the main application executable file. Exe is nothing but executable file. So just you can press enter or double click or right click and then run as administrator, whatever it may be. Okay, so I am showing you run as administrator, how to install that super putty. Okay, it is now installing.
Bro,
Ah, yes, yes.
when I'm installing, it is showing like zip file.
Zip file, right? Unzip it, unzip it.
Okay, okay.
Like it's, see, look at here, I'm showing you how to do that. Means, see, yeah, zip file only, right? This is the only, right?
Yes.
Right click it
No,
and
not
then
like that. I think we have to do unzip, as I said, right?
right, extract to or extract here, like that. You need to,
Uh-huh.
you need to get all these files in the super putty folder, log4net superputty.exe, like this. See, after installing, it will open like this immediately. Okay. Here you need to provide the putty location. You have installed the putty already, right? Normal putty. So that you need to provide here putty.exe location. So click on browse. So click on browse. So it will take you to our system. Okay. So Explorer. So in this Explorer, where you have downloaded that putty. Okay, that's what important now. Okay, so now we can say in the local disk also you can see putty in the program files. Let us check. So here putty is there, right? Here dot putty.exe is there, right? In the installation, go to C program files, putty, there you can find putty.exe, then click on open. So when you click on browse, it will take you to the your system. In that system, go to C drive and then go to program files and then go to putty. There you need to select putty.exe, then click on open. You should see this path here. Okay, then simply click on OK. So it will open super putty now. One moment. Like this, the super putty looks like this. Okay, simple host name, login, password. Okay, so if you don't want to give password, just you can give the login user id at least. Okay, so let me show you that. See, for example, if I copied this IP address now, so now I'm coming to super putty. So I'll paste here host name and then login as EC2 user. Okay, it don't require any password. but in the real time you need to enter the password also. Okay. uh, Wait, not, so no supported authentication methods available, servers and, oh, okay, okay, right. Why? Because it requires that thing, right? I mean, what is it, we need to provide that mm, authentication one. That's why. Wait, let me check that authentication. Putty configuration here. So in this putty configuration, you need to provide the file. The super putty is good actually. This is very nice, but not here. It is showing. Okay, here it is SSH telnet. Okay, SSH2 telnet or login draw serial system unity VNC VCP. Okay, so here we have protocols. Okay, and then sessions default settings. Okay, right. Wait, I'll store default settings here so that we can able to. The default settings are, so I'll take this one and then I'll go to session and then I'll store default settings. Default settings. I'll store as default settings. Save. Okay. So now I'll close it and then I'll try to open again the putty. Let me see whether the see here it was saved now. Okay. Now let us see how to log into this server. Now I'll press enter. See, it is now accepting. Why? Because in the session I took default settings. Okay. How to set up the default settings means open that putty and then you need to provide the path of your that ppk file. First go to SSH, go to attend authentication and then click on browse and then you need to provide that ppk file. As you know already how to log in into the putty. So after this getting this one, go up and then click on session and then select the default settings and then click on save. Okay, select default settings and then click on save, then click on cancel. Here in the session, you need to select default settings. Okay. So then give the IP address, then ECT user, then press enter. Automatically it will log into that one. Okay. See here. Now what I will do is just I will click here and then I will press enter. It will open another window of the same server. Look at here how it is easy to work with the same server with the two times like this, like this. How many times if you want to log in, how many I mean if you want to open n number of sessions by using this same thing. Okay, see, look at here, 1 2 3 like that. If you want to do multitasking on the same server, uh, at that time this putty is very super putty is very useful. Look at here. See, for example, now I'm going here to cd slash and then here I'm going to create mkdir space password less ssh. Okay, this is the directory I have created now, cd space password less ssh. Now I am here and then I need to do something here in this step. Okay, so I have to be here only now, pwd. Okay, so now I am working here. So parallelly I need to work somewhere else. See, for example, cd slash, so here I'm going to create mkdir devops. Okay, and then I need to go to DevOps and then inside DevOps I need to create columnar. Okay, so now I need to go to columnar. Okay, so now I'm in DevOps and columnar. So I have to work here also parallelly in the same server. Here also I need to work in the same server parallelly. In the third also I need to go to root and then here I need to go to cd space where. So here uh, there is no, here www is not showing here. Now I wanted to show you that how to install httpd again. So yesterday or day before yesterday I shown you, right, how to install httpd web server. So HTTPD web server is nothing but that is the basic web server which is provided by any open source by Apache Foundation. Okay, so that is open source by Apache Foundation. Look at here. Simply, I'll show you that how to install that HTTPD HTTP simple open source Apache web server. Okay, so let me show you that. So you can find out the commands in the Google also how to install web server like that. But first of all, you should know right which software or which web server do I need to install like that. So HTTP server installation. Okay, simple installation on Linux. You can search like this also. But the thing is, you need to know right what I need to install or what I need to configure and everything, and what purpose also we need to know, right? So whenever you will get to know, whenever you got to know what is meant by HTTP and what is that like that, then only you can able to install the HTTP server package. So this is Apache HTTP server package, and here they will show you different things like in the different manners are so much data we will get in the Google, but we don't require all the data, we require only the sufficient data. But the thing is, setting up a new HTTP server, see here, install the Apache HTTP server package from the docs oracle.com only. Look at here, m install HTTPD, it is there. Okay, so now if we install this, what will happen? See, in the next step, what they have given, create the directory where you will copy the full Oracle Linux release like this, where www.html, OS image, OL 6.6. Look at here in the where it is showing www. Okay, but when I comes to here, there is no www here. Okay, look at here. Here I'm in where only, right? PWD. Here where only, there is no www here. Okay, so to get the www, need to install first m install httpd. Okay, then you need to just I have copied that one, that's why I given right click. See, after installing httpd only you can able to see that www, that means web server. You are configuring the web server, then only you can able to supply the html pages or web pages or whatever it may be, basic web pages. Okay, .html extension files you can able to published through the website, but not it's that's not the matter is not going to be end after installing. Okay, it is having so many configurations and so much task you need to do after installing the web server also. Okay, see here m install httpd. Now if I give -y means you don't need to pass yes or no inside the task, inside the session. Okay, see, for example, if I install m install httpd, in the middle of the installation process it will ask us to give yes or no. Okay, so at that time if you don't want to give yes or no, you need to provide yes here only. In the command continuation only you need to provide -y. Why? Because this type of command is introduced means, see here in the website it is not mentioned here. See, look at here in the mention, it is not mentioned here, anywhere it is not mentioned here. Okay, I'm telling you for real time purpose. So whenever in the shell scripting or in any scripting that's going to be introduced, or in any scripting, for example, let's take Ansible or let's take Packers or let's take Terraform. We are going to see those programming languages, don't worry. So in that languages, if you want to install HTTPD by default, means by default in the sense is automated. Automated in the sense is without interference of external user. So without interference of any employee or anyone external person, it should be installed itself. Okay, at that time we need to provide -y. See, look at here, if we are not providing -y inside the any programming language, what will happen means if I enter now, look at here, it is asking us to yes or no. Okay, so if you are providing m install httpd in any script file, I mean any scripting language like shell scripting or Ansible or Packers or Terraform, any script, any programming language, if you are providing this command means definitely it will stuck or it will stop here only. Why? Because user input requires here to provide yes or no. Okay, so to avoid that one, we need to give pass the command m install httpd space -y itself. Okay, anyways here I am not giving -y here. Why? Because I wanted to show you whether it is asking or not like this. Okay, anyways I will show you tomorrow also, don't worry, or else now only in the different server. So I have given yes here. But if you are giving minstall httpd minus y, you don't need to give yes or no. It will directly come to here after installation and then come to here. Okay. Now look at here ln. So now we got www.folder. After installation of httpd only, you will get www. Okay. Now what they have given the document, create the directory where you will copy the full Oracle Release 6 Media Pack DVD image. This is actually they are trying to installing some Oracle package. That's why it is. That's why they are showing this one. Make directory minus p. Anyways, we will do this one. Okay, so that you will get understand what is meant by what's all those things. Okay, for example, let me create like this only mkdir minus p where html os images dl 6.6. Let me do this. Okay, and then I'll go to server now. Look at here, what I'm doing is mkdir space minus p slash where www slash html os image ol 6.6. So minus p is nothing but with permissions. Okay, with the required default permissions. Okay, so now I'm pressing enter. Now look at here, in the www we can able to see html, but in the html we don't have os image or ol 6.6. We are creating these two by using this command only. See, I'm not executing this command, just control c. Now I'll show you cd www. So in that I have html. Okay, look at here, in the html nothing is there. Okay, so where we are now, where www html. So now I'm going to create mkdir space minus p space os image, then up to ol 6.6. Okay, now I'm pressing enter. Look at here, now it was created the directories os image. Inside that os image we have ol 6.6. Look at here like this, cd ol like this. See here, ll nothing is there. Now just simply we have created the directory. In the real time what they will do is they will give the document like this only. If you want to do anything, they will provide the document like this only. Or else if you in the interview if you commit that I know how to configure http server and everything, means they will not give any document to you. Just they will give instructions to you that install http server in this new server, like that only they will inform to you. Then you need to install yourself by finding the document from the google like this. Okay, in the real time also like that only it will happen. రియల్ టైంలో కూడా అలాగే జరుగుతుంది అనమాట. ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇన్ కేస్ నువ్వు ఇంటర్వ్యూలో నాకు http సర్వర్ పైన అపాచీ పైన ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ బాగుంది అనుకున్నప్పుడు దే విల్ ఆస్క్ యూ టు ఇన్స్టాల్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, కానీ నువ్వు నాకు తెలియదు అంటే అప్పుడు నిన్ను తీసుకోరు కదా. ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అంత పెట్టుకొని నీకు అపాచీ వెబ్ సర్వర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసేది రాదు అంటే కూడా వాళ్ళు తీసుకోరు కదా. సో ఇట్స్ మ్యాండేటరీ టు నో హౌ టు కాన్ఫిగర్ ఆల్ దీస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ వెబ్ సర్వర్స్ by searching the documents over the internet. Okay, why? Because when you are in office లో ఉన్నప్పుడు రియల్ టైంలో ఉన్నప్పుడు మనకి అప్పుడు వెతుక్కుంటే అప్పుడు మీకు తెలియదు ఏం చేయాలి ఏమి అని. ఓకే, సో దట్స్ వై యూ నీడ్ టు నో హౌ టు సెర్చ్ ద డాక్యుమెంట్స్ ఓవర్ ద గూగుల్ ఆల్సో. ఓకే, సో ఇది కూడా మనకి యాక్చువల్గా ఇది సెట్ అవ్వదు రియల్ టైంలో యాక్చువల్గా, బట్ మనం ఇక్కడ చూసాం అంతే, యాజ్ పర్ అవర్ బేసిక్ నాలెడ్జ్ కోసం చూసాం ఇక్కడ. ఓకేనా, దట్స్ వై. ఓకే, see here, edit the http server configuration file as follows. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ఒక httpd config file అనేది ఉంటుంది. దిస్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇన్ వెబ్ సర్వర్. ఓకే, ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఇది ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తామో వెబ్ సర్వర్, అప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఈ ఫైల్ అనేది మనకి జనరేట్ అయిపోతుంది అనమాట. ఇది కూడా ఈటీసీ httpd అనేది కూడా. ఓకేనా, లుక్ అట్ హియర్. Now I'll go to that location, etc httpd conf httpd.config file. You know one thing, this httpd config file is very important. Okay, so go to just config only. Okay, so here you can able to find httpd.conf. This is a file, that's why here it is not worked out. This command is not worked out for file. So up to directory only this cd is useful. Why? Because cd is nothing but change directory. It is not handling with the files. So if you want to handle the file, means you have separate command called cat or touch or more. Okay, so now you need to move up to the here only, up to here only. That's why I moved here, cd space etc httpd conf. This httpd conf is very important in the real life. You know, all Facebook or any major MNCs, not only major MNCs, each and every company around the world is running their application is running based out of this httpd.conf only. Okay, That's how the importance of httpd.conf in web server. So now let us see what is the content inside the httpd.conf. Now I will use more command. Why? Because I wanted to show step by step. I mean page by page. That's why. Why? Because httpd.conf file is having more pages. That's why I'm using more command here. Look at here. It's a 12% only. First page is having 12% only. So what they have given in the document here, see, look at here. Edit the HTTP server configuration file httpd.conf. Specify the resolvable domain name of the server in the argument to server name. So server name space server underscore address is 80. Specify the resolvable domain name of the server in the argument to server name. So server name is equal to server name address colon 80. So this is actually sample. It is showing like this only in the httpd config. So we need to provide server name, IP address with the port number. This is port, actually default port for HTTP web server is 80. Okay, default port for HTTP server is 80. If anybody asks you what is the default port for SSH, you should say 22. So when you open PuTTY, it will show you the port number is 22 for default port for SSH. Okay, like that we have default port for see here, if I click on serial, it will show speed is 9600. If I click on others, 23 port number. Okay, if it is SSH, it is 22 port. And for telnet also, okay, see for example here we have telnet or login like this here also. Okay, but just I wanted to show you the what is meant by port number. Just click on cancel. In the very initial class I told you right already, in the URL we have what is the content inside the URL we have. In the URL we have, see for example http yes or http, okay, and then colon, and then you will have www dot some domain name. Okay, see for example this is Facebook is domain name. Okay, inside the domain name we have IP address. Inside the domain name we have IP address. Okay, that IP address is which is including the port number also. Okay, that may be 80 or whatever it may be the port number, that is depending upon their request. Okay, I'm just closing this bracket now. What I wanted to show here is inside the bracket it is showing the IP address of the facebook.com. Okay, then contact. Okay, context in the sense is whatever it may be after the facebook.com. Look at here. So after facebook.com I have, see here, facebook.com recovery or else facebook.com recover or facebook.com business help. So look at here, if I press here, so in the facebook.com business help, this business help is nothing but context. Okay, and facebook.com is original IP address and it is having port number. Okay, that's how they are giving in the http config file. For Facebook also application, for Facebook application, in the httpd config file server name is equal to, they will give IP address like this, IP address and a port number. Okay. Anyways, we will see this after configuration of HTTP server and everything. Just I wanted to show you now normally only. Okay. So like this, you need to edit that config file. Now look at here. If I go down like this, you need to search where it is actually. See here, listen port is 80. It is here showing, but you need to find server now. Okay, like this. Look at here, server name here www.example.at. it is showing in the comment. Okay, in the 31%, I mean third page. So here hashtag is nothing but that is server, that is comment. Okay, so you need to edit now this one. Okay, so you got it now where it is. Okay, so now you need to, what you need to do to edit that one. Can anyone tell me how to edit that file?
Where command we have to write for
Right,
edit.
right. See now I want to search that particular server name. Now I want to see the line numbers also. How can we do that now? To set the line numbers.
Sir, colon set space number, sir.
Very good. Set number. Super. See now line numbers also getting now. Okay,
Yes.
see for example if I want to go, see in this page it is not there, so I think it's around 80 page. So what I will do is 80 gg, right? 80G, what it will happen? So it will come to the 80 page actual, but I pressed shift G, it comes to end. Okay. Okay. So anyways, scroll up, or else if you want to go to line number, okay, if you want to go to line number 80G, sorry, how can you go to line number 55? 55 capital G, you know, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, okay. So scroll down. Now look at here. Listen is 80. And then you can see here user is Apache. User is Apache already. You know, right? Already I shown you day before yesterday. User after installing Apache will get the username called Apache, and then group is also Apache itself. Okay. And then if you scroll down like this means it is now here. See, around the 90s. Okay, so here what you need to do is you need to edit that one, you need to add the line, or else you can edit this one also. Okay, so what I need to do is now I'm going to edit now by using insert symbol. Okay, so what is there in the document? Here in the document you need to provide server name with the IP address and colon 80. Okay, so what is the IP address of our instance now? So here we need to provide our IP address. Look at here 13.234.113.218. Actually, this is not our IP address. This is private IP address. Okay. So you need to check the public IP address. This is the public IP address 13.234. Yeah, this is the one only. Okay. 13 dot. Yes, this is the one only. So now type server name. Okay. Space. So you need to provide IP address and then colon 80 like this, and then save it. So how to save that file?
Semicolon
Double E.
Okay. See here, you don't need to worry about all these things, how to edit that one. Here it is showing immediately the example also. Server name is equal to www.example.com 80. Okay. And if you want to provide this IP address for domain name also, you can also able to give that. That I will tell you later. In this document that is not there here actually. Okay. In this document that is not there here. That is actually different concept. I will tell you that one later. Okay. So that's why what is that try getting the information Google is also very important. Okay, so now I'm going to press escape and then I'm going to save it. Okay, so now the server name we got replaced with the IP address called here. Okay, now see whether it was updated or not. So more httpd config. Okay, right. See now, look at here. Server name 13.234.113.218. We got updated here and then saved. Okay. So press Control C here. Simply it will exit from the more command. Okay. And then what they have given in the document next is in the document root. In this example, the DVD image will be copied to where www.html. So the settings of document root can remain unchanged. So document root is same where www.html. So this document root also in the same httpd config only. Okay. How can you see this means? See here also you will get confusion now. What they have given ఇక్కడ కూడా మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతారు. ఏమి ఇక్కడ ఎడిట్ ద http కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ ఫైల్ అన్నారు. ఇక్కడ మీరు చూసా అంటే మీరు ఏం చేయాలంటే ABCD అని ఉంది చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ABCDE అని అంటే మీరు ఇక్కడ ఎడిట్ చేయాల్సిన సర్వర్ నేమ్ A1, B1, C1, మళ్ళీ D1, దెన్ సేవ్ యువర్ చేంజెస్ టు ద ఫైల్. సో మనకి ఇచ్చే డాక్యుమెంట్ కూడా ఫస్ట్ మనం వెరిఫై చేయాలన్నమాట. ముందుగానే మనం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసేయకూడదు. రియల్ టైంలో కూడా మనకి ఏదైనా డాక్యుమెంట్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేసినారంటే ఆఫీస్లో నుంచి ఆ డాక్యుమెంట్ని ఫస్ట్ మీరు from the top to bottom you need to verify before executing or before implementing that. Okay, so now we need to edit document root also. So for that what I will do is again I will go to va space httpd conf. So here how can I find that document root now? So how can you able to find, how can you able to search anything in the va editor? Simple.
Bro, we can able to give slash colon also we can able to give, right?
Right. So document root. See here I am giving slash document root. I am pressing enter. See it is showing now document root here. Document root is where www.html. It is showing the same only, right? See, look at here. What they have shown is in this example DVD image will be copied. Actually in this where www.html, it will, the DVD image will be copied. So that's why document root can remain unchanged. That means it should be like that only. Remains unchanged means it was like that only, but don't change anything. That's what they have given this line, can remain unchanged. So మనం దాన్ని ఏమీ టచ్ చేయకూడదు అని అర్థం. ఓకేనా. నెక్స్ట్, వెరిఫై దట్ ద డైరెక్టరీ సెట్టింగ్ పాయింట్స్ టు ద సేమ్ సెట్టింగ్ యాజ్ డాక్యుమెంట్ రూట్. For this should be changed to whatever you set the document root to, document directory where www.html. So you need to check now directory, verify that the directory setting points. Now you need to search directory now. Okay, so where is that directory? I think here only. See, scroll, just come down with the arrow mark. See, look at here, directory is also same. Directory is where www.html, it is also showing the same. Okay, like that. And then if you see next one, options indexes follow symlinks. This is very important. Actually, in the real time also we need to work out on this. Actually, last year we have almost 8,000 servers in our company. So in the 8,000 servers, in 8,000 JVMs, we have changed this one. Okay, but anyways, we have used some shortcuts and everything to do this. Why? Because to make some enable the vulnerability changes, to follow the security issues. Okay, follow the security issues and need to open by some persons only, not every group inside the project. Okay, so this is also you need to make it. If you want to be able to browse the directory hierarchy, verify that the options directory specify the indexes options. For example, options indexes follow symlinks. What does it mean? Means దీని అర్థం ఏమంటే, మనకి ఏదైనా ఒక డైరెక్టరీ హైరార్కీ అంటే ఏమి, మనకి యాక్చువల్గా ఏమవుతుందంటే, ఒక ఒక వెబ్సైట్ అనేది మనం ఎట్లా క్రియేట్ చేసామంటే, ఒక్కొక్క ఫోల్డర్లో ఒక్కొక్క ఫైల్ పెట్టుకుంటాం మనం. మీకు జస్ట్ ఒక ఐడియా ఇస్తాను. ఒక అప్లికేషన్ డిజైన్ చేసేటప్పుడు, జావా అప్లికేషన్ కానీ ఏదైనా ఒకటి డిజైన్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారంటే, ఒక్కొక్క ఫోల్డర్లో ఒక్కొక్క ఫైల్ని పెట్టుకుంటారు అనమాట వాళ్ళు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మీకు ఇప్పుడు నేను ఒక ఇది ఇస్తాను. ఫస్ట్ ఇది హోమ్ డైరెక్టరీ అనుకుందాం ఇది. ఓకేనా. సో ఇది హోమ్ డైరెక్టరీ అయితే, దీని కింద వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే, ఇక్కడ దాంట్లో లోపల హోమ్ డైరెక్టరీలో వాళ్ళు జావా అని ఒక ఫోల్డర్ ఇచ్చుకుంటారు అనమాట. ఓకేనా. సో జావా లోపల మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళేసి ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తారంటే, మెయిన్ అని ఒకటి ఇస్తారు. అంటే ఆ మెయిన్ లోపల మళ్ళీ ఏముంటుందంటే, మనకి ఈ మెయిన్ లోపల సోర్స్ కోడ్ ఉంటుంది అనమాట, ఎస్ఆర్సి. ఓకేనా. తర్వాత మెయిన్ కిందనే, అంటే జావా లోపలే మెయిన్ కింద అనమాట. ఓకేనా. జావా లోపలే మెయిన్ పక్కన, దట్ మీన్స్ ఇట్స్ ప్యారలల్లీ. ఓకే. So in the Java folder itself, we have some pages. Okay, whatever it may be the pages they want to display with the HTML language. Parallelly, inside the Java folder only, they will give main pages and then images also. Okay, and then they will provide any like JavaScript. After that, if they want to do any .css files also, they will place like CSS files. Okay, if they want to place any database related configuration, database configuration folder like this. So this is called directory structure. Okay, this is called directory structure. Nothing but you can say, see, this is home now. So in this home, it's going to be give like this. Inside the home we have Java. Inside the Java we have all these things, main pages, images and CSS files. Okay, inside this main source we have different source .js files. We have so many .js files, JavaScript files. Inside the pages also we have so many pages. Inside the images also so many images, and CSS files also we have so many, and DB configuration also so many. In this also we have so many folders, like maybe we have different types of folders, folder 1 and then folder 2, like that. We have so many folders, but inside them it is having some directory structure. Okay, so to enable that directory structure, we need to provide this options indexes follow symlinks. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏదైనా ఒక అప్లికేషన్ యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుంటాను, ఇక్కడ బిజినెస్ హెల్ప్ అని ఉంది కదా, వాళ్ళు బిజినెస్ హెల్ప్ అనేది ఇట్లా డైరెక్టరీ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ లో వేరే దాంట్లో పెట్టుకుంటారు అనమాట. మెయిన్ అప్లికేషన్ కాకుండా బిజినెస్ హెల్ప్ అనేది ఒక వేరే డైరెక్టరీలో పెట్టుకుంటారు, కానీ మనకి ఈజీగా వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇక్కడ సపోర్ట్ అని పైన క్లిక్ చేశాను అనుకో, చూడండి ఇక్కడ URL కూడా మారిపోతుంది, సపోర్ట్ అని వచ్చింది చూడండి. సో దట్ మీన్స్ మనం ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడైతే మన దీంట్లో, అంటే మన ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ నేను ఇప్పుడు కంప్రెస్డ్ అన్నాను, డౌన్లోడ్స్ అన్నాను. డౌన్లోడ్స్ లో మనకి చాలా ఉంటాయి ఇక్కడ. ఓకేనా, డౌన్లోడ్స్ చాలా ఉంటాయి, బట్ జస్ట్ ఐ వాజ్ ఎంటర్డ్ ఇన్ టు కంప్రెస్డ్. ఇక్కడ ఎట్లయితే మారుతుందో మనకి డైరెక్టరీ, ఇక్కడ ఎట్లయితే మారుతుందో అడ్రస్ బార్లో, సేమ్ మనకి యూఆర్ఎల్లో కూడా అలాగే మారుతుంది. చూడండి ఇక్కడ నేను సపోర్ట్ వచ్చాను కాబట్టి సపోర్ట్ అని వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ. అంటే అర్థం ఏమి, వీఆర్ ఇండైరెక్ట్లీ యాక్సెసింగ్ ద కంప్యూటర్, మై కంప్యూటర్ వాట్ దే హ్యావ్ డిజైన్డ్ ఇన్ ద వెబ్సైట్. అంటే ఇట్లా వాళ్ళు డైరెక్టరీ సెక్షన్ ఎట్లయితే డిజైన్ చేశారో దాన్ని మనం యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుంటాం అనమాట. ఎట్లా అంటే డైనమిక్గా, అంటే ఒక వెబ్సైట్ ద్వారా డైనమిక్గా యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుంటాను. ఓకేనా. సో మనకి ఇక్కడ మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సింది ఏమంటే, సాఫ్ట్వేర్లో మెయిన్గా జరుగుతాండేది ఏంటంటే ఇదే సింపుల్. అంటే మన కంప్యూటర్లో ఉన్న డైరెక్టరీ స్ట్రక్చర్ని ఒక అప్లికేషన్గా వాళ్ళు డిజైన్ చేసి, మన కంప్యూటర్లో మనం ఎట్లా పెట్టుకుంటామో అట్లా వాళ్ళకు అప్లికేషన్ డిజైన్ చేసి మనకి పబ్లిష్ చేస్తారు అంతే వెబ్సైట్లో, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. కాకపోతే దానికి ఫర్ దట్ పర్పస్ వీ హ్యావ్ సో మెనీ సెట్టింగ్స్ అండ్ so many softwares or so many languages. That's what actually the software engineers are doing inside the projects. Okay, so here you need to get these things. అర్థమైంది కదా నేను ఏం చెప్పినాను ఇప్పుడు. మామూలుగా అప్లికేషన్ ఎట్లా యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుంటారు, లోపల ఎట్లా వాళ్ళు ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారు డైరెక్టరీస్ అని అర్థమైంది కదా.
Yes, bro.
రైట్, లైక్ దిస్. ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, ఇక్కడ మనం ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాం ఇక్కడ. సో ఇది టెర్మినేట్, ఇది స్లీప్ అయిపోయింది ఇది. సో సింప్లీ వీ కెన్ క్లోజ్ ఇట్. ఓకే, సో ఇది కూడా నాకు తెలిసి ఇన్యాక్టివ్ అయిపోయింటుంది. జస్ట్ సింప్లీ క్లోజ్ ఇట్. ఓకే, సి నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ వర్కింగ్. నౌ ఐ వాంట్ వన్ మోర్ విండో. సి సూపర్ పుట్టి ఈజ్ advantage is this one only. If you want to open another window, you can open with the same. Okay, simple sudo bash. See here, now I will go to root. Here now I can able to work. See here, I can able to do work parallelly. Here I am in vi editor mode. So now if I want to come out from the exit, if I want to see something inside here, means I need to come out from the vi editor, then only I can able to see. Otherwise, if you we have another choices, you can able to open duplicate terminal, and then here you can do whatever it may be. Okay, so here you can go to etc. If you want to see that, go to etc. So here you can able to find. So if you come like this, ఎప్పుడైనా పొరపాటున ఇట్లా వచ్చిందంటే కంట్రోల్ సి ప్రెస్ చేసేయండి అంతే మీరు. ఓకేనా, జస్ట్ ఎల్ఎల్ అండ్ దెన్ ఇక్కడ ఈటీసీలోకి వచ్చినారంటే సిడి, ఈటీసీలోకి వస్తే ఈటీసీలో మనకి ఎస్సిటిపిడి అనేది ఉంటుంది. చూడండి ఇక్కడ, చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఎస్సిటిపిడి అని ఉంది చూడండి, డైరెక్టరీ అది. ఓకేనా, so just go to httpd. In that we have conf.de, here it is, or else config file. So go to config. So here you can able to find httpd.conf. that is what we are entering here now. Okay, so if you scroll down by using arrow marks, see here it is, this is the one options, indexes, follow, symlinks. Okay, so everything is perfect now. Now I am going to save this file. Okay, so you don't need to change anything as of now, as per the document also. After this, save your changes to the file. Now you need to start the httpd. This is the thing command you need to use, service httpd start. Yesterday I shown you right how to start that service httpd. First let's check status. Okay, at any time before starting or stopping, you need to check the status. Remind that one. Okay, remember that one. See here, inactivity is showing. Now you need to start that one. Okay, so now if you now you don't know the status of the httpd, I mean whether it is in the starting mode or whether it is running or stopping. Okay, so at that time you need to check status only. Okay, then only you will come to know whether it is running or not, active or now it is see active and running. Okay, and then what they have given now is, so check config httpd on. దీనికి చాలా పెద్ద మీనింగ్ ఉంది, అది నేను మళ్ళీ మీకు చెప్తాను. ఇప్పుడే చెప్తే అర్థం కాదు ఇది. చెక్ కాన్ఫిగ్ httpd ఆన్ అనేది నేను మీకు AWSలోకి వచ్చినప్పుడు చెప్తాను నేను. ఓకేనా, రైట్. నౌ ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ IP tables -i ఇన్పుట్ అని చూడండి, ఇది వచ్చి ఫైర్ వాల్స్ అనమాట. ఈ ఫైర్ వాల్స్ గురించి నేను మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను కొద్దిసేపు, కొంచెం సేపు తర్వాత ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా. ఓకే, సో ఓకే, యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ we have started httpd and then we have just seen that one. We didn't place anything, HTML pages or anything. Okay, but let's try to access the httpd page from the AWS console. Okay, see here we have, if you want to see anything, if you want to see anything like, first see here private IP DNS name and then public IPv4 DNS. This one you need to copy. Okay, copy this and then go to anything like any tab, just paste it here. Okay, if you paste and then press enter, now it will open something. Let us see. Okay, sorry, nothing is opening. Let me press enter again. Now see. Now see here, test page. We have installed HTTPD server, right? That's why. This page is used to test the proper operation of the Apache HTTP server after it has been installed. If you can read this page, it means that the Apache HTTP server installed at this site is working properly. సో ఇక్కడ మనం అపాచీ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసినట్టు వస్తుంది అంతే. మన అప్లికేషన్ ఇంకా మనం కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయలేదు, ఏమీ చేయలేదు. జస్ట్ it is showing that the Apache installation was successful. That's it. Okay, see, look at here. If I stop the Apache now, look at here. Now I will stop that one. Status is running. Now I will stop this. Okay, now HTTP status was stopped. Look at here. It was status, I was checked, it was inactive, dead. Okay, inactive, dead. Now see whether it will shows this page or not. I am just refreshing here only. Look at here. See here, this site can't be reached. That means that application was stopped. Okay, so installation is the not only the matter, we need to make it start and configure the things also. So that's what we need to do. Okay, so simple గా బేసిక్ గా మనకి ఇట్లా ఇన్స్టాలేషన్స్ ఇలాంటివన్నీ మనకి చూపించేస్తారు డాక్యుమెంట్ లో. కానీ మనకు కావాల్సిన మనకు కావాల్సిన రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ఏవి కూడా మన గూగుల్లో కానీ ఎక్కడా దొరకవు. ఓకేనా, అవంతా కూడా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ పైన వస్తాయన్నమాట. సో అవన్నీ కూడా నేను మీకు ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తాను. అంటే ఎట్లా మనం ఇంకా అప్లికేషన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తాము, అంటే వెబ్ సర్వర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఎట్లా మనం అప్లికేషన్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేస్తాము, అప్లికేషన్ ఎట్లా మనం యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుంటాం అనేది అంతా కూడా నేను మీకు ఇన్ ద టైమ్ బింగ్ అండ్ కమింగ్ క్లాసెస్లో చూపిస్తాను. ఓకేనా. So now what I wanted to show you is how to install Apache web server, how to start it, and how to test that was we have done now. Okay. Beside this concept, so the actual concept is passwordless SSH. Okay, this is simple only, so it will take around 15 minutes. Let's finish that one. Okay, so first of all you should know what is meant by passwordless SSH, or what is meant by SSH first of all. Okay, that's what we are going to see now. Look at here. Now I have two servers. Okay, now I have two instances here. Okay, so here from the master and slave I have two instances. Like this, in the real time projects you may have some thousands of servers. Okay, some thousands of servers. Definitely in my project also almost around 7,000 servers are there. So no matter in which company you are going to work or whatever it may be, so they may be have some thousands of servers. Okay, so in thousands of servers should be connecting the network form. Okay, network related connections. That means you need to contact to the other instances via from other instances. Like for example, from master to slave, here you need to do some actions, or you need to copy the content from master server to slave server. So for this purpose, to enable the content to copy from master to slave or from slave to master, you need to enable SSH configuration. Okay, you need to enable that SSH configuration. Now look at here. Now what I will do is I have another instance called this slaver client. Okay, now let me log into the slaver client. So same procedure, I will copy this public IPv4. Okay, and then I'll come here and then I will just paste here host name and then I'll press enter. Okay, so just click on accept it. Why? Because we have already placed that command.ppk key. Okay, so I shown you in the very first initial of this video. So when you are go through the video, you come to understand how to do the default settings. Okay, so now this is a slave server. Okay, if you want to update that, I mean if you want to change anything like that, let me show you one thing. Let me show you one concept. One moment please. You need to do that. One moment please. So how we can able to change the host name CTL? That means you need to control the host name. You can able to see the, instead of IP address here, you can able to see the host name also. Okay, So one moment, it is not here. Okay, so what I want to say you is now host name CTL. Okay, so that's what how to change host name CTL. Okay, I mean host name setting also. You can able to set the host name also. Set host name or else whatever it may be. You can able to see the host name. See for example now here I will type a host name CTL. Okay, host name CTL. It is showing static host name is this one, and then icon name is computer VM, virtual machine VM. Like this, you can able to find out the host name CTL also. If you type host name CTL also, okay. But if you want to set host name, okay, for that simple set minus host name, okay. Set the host name is equal to like for example, this is slave only, right? So I'll give slave server, okay. Slave server space minus minus static. I'm not sure whether it is a work in Amazon Linux, but in the normal thing it will work. Okay, so command not find set hostname. See here the command set hostname is not showing here. Why? Because we need to install that set hostname also. Let me try to install install set hostname. సో మనకి అమెజాన్ లైనక్స్ కూడా అన్నీ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం అనమాట, ఓకేనా. సో now no package is available, no package set load extras, nothing is there, nothing is there, so we cannot able to set the host name here. Okay, anyways, I'll show you in the VMware how to do that everything. I will show you in the VMware concept. I will install the VMware and then I will configure CentOS. In that I will show you all these things, how to set the host name or how to do that everything. Why? Because that is our server, right? This is Amazon Linux. Why? Because they have their own policies and own configurations. That's why we cannot able to perform we cannot able to do perform some operations. For that I will do that VMware and then I will configure CentOS and then we will do that. Why? Because in the real time definitely we need to work on them. That's why. Okay. Okay, anyways, in the AWS also I'll show you how to do that, but that is like paid versions. We need to pay the bills, a huge amount of bills. Okay, now let us see here. Now we have this IP address here. Okay, so for example here I want to show the IP address, or else if here also I want to see the host name IP address, means simply you can type host name ICTL. Look at here, the IP address is, it is showing something 172 dot. This is actually private IP address, but the original IP address is this one, 13.234.113.218. Okay, so for that you can do that IP config or else if config. This one I shown you right in the very first class. If config, look at here in the if config
Yes.
also it is showing right మీకు చూపిస్తాను ఇది నేను. Right here it is showing 172.31.42.50 it is showing. Okay, it is showing private IP address only. Okay, why? Because it is in the private cloud, that's why it is showing private IP address. So here also let us see if config, what is the address. Okay, okay, it is having some 172.36.218. Okay, this is the IP address. See here I am copying this 172.31.36.208. I am trying to connecting from this server, SSH space right click. Okay, look at here, it is showing, are you sure you want to continue connecting? If you type yes, means it will, it is showing, see, permission denied, public key GSS API key is GSS API with my, so it is not allowing to enter into the particular this IP address from this one. See here I am from 172.31.42.15. now I am trying to connecting to the slave server. This is master 50, last 50 is master and 208 is slave, remember like that. Okay, so మనకి IP address లో మనకి చూడండి ఇక్కడ 208 ఉంది కదా ప్రైవేట్ లో, ఈ 208 వచ్చి స్లేవ్ అనుకోండి. ఓకేనా, మీకు అర్థమైపోతుంది స్లేవ్ అని. మాస్టర్ అయితే లాస్ట్ లో 50 ఉంటుంది, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఓకేనా, ఎందుకంటే మనం ఇప్పుడు పాస్వర్డ్ లెస్ SSH చేస్తాం కాబట్టి మీకు ఈజీగా గుర్తుంటుంది, మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే ఈజీగా అర్థమవుతుంది అనమాట అది. ఓకేనా, నౌ వాట్ ఆర్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్స్ దట్ వీ నీడ్ టు డూ ఇన్ ద పాస్వర్డ్ లెస్ SSH. ఫస్ట్ మనం మాస్టర్ దీంట్లో ఉందాం. సో ఇది లాస్ట్ 50 ఉంది కదా, దిస్ ఈస్ ద మాస్టర్, దిస్ ఇస్ ద మాస్టర్ server or master instance, whatever it may be. Okay, so now first go to root. Okay, root in the sense is go to slash, okay, sorry, cd space slash. first I will do clear. Okay, cd space slash. Now here you are in root. Okay, you are in root. So here you can able to find root directory also, root root. Okay, don't confuse here. Root, we have two types of roots. One is normal root file system, root file system, and then normal root is there. This root indicates that you are directly connecting to the kernel by using these file systems. But root root is, it is also one type of file system, like DevOps or dev or home or media or etc like that. Okay, అర్థమవుతుంది కదా. So like all the different types of file systems, ROT is also one type of file system. Okay, so don't confuse. ఎప్పుడైనా మనకి టాస్క్ వచ్చినప్పుడు గో టు రూట్ అన్నారంటే గో టు రూట్, ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ చూస్తే మీకు అర్థమైపోతుంది అనమాట. ఓకేనా, అంటే రూట్లోకి వెళ్ళి అన్నారనుకోండి. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు నేను రూట్లోకి వస్తాను, గో టు రూట్ అండ్ దెన్ డూ సంథింగ్ అన్నారనుకోండి, ఇక్కడ మనం ఏదైనా చేయొచ్చు అనమాట. ఓకేనా, so now here we need to perform some operations. So you need to come to the root file system. So if you come to the root file system, you can see the symbol, this one, and this is how you can able to find the difference between root and slash. So slash is nothing but original root, and then this symbol, tilt symbol, is nothing but root file system. Okay, this is how you can able to find the difference between root and slash. Okay, right. So now what I'm going to do is, now I'm trying to make it SSH connection. SSH is nothing but secure shell command. Okay, secure shell connection from master server to slave server. Okay, then what I'm trying to is, నేను మాస్టర్ నుంచి స్లేవ్ కి SSH ద్వారా కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నాను. నేను ఇప్పుడు కనెక్ట్ అయ్యేదానికి నేను ట్రై చేస్తే అప్పుడే ఫస్ట్ పాస్వర్డ్ అడిగింది నన్ను, అంటే SR నో అని అడిగింది. ఎస్ అని టైప్ చేస్తే కూడా నాకు పర్మిషన్ డినైడ్ వచ్చి, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ అలోయింగ్ మీ టు దట్ పర్టికులర్ ఇన్స్టెన్స్. అంటే ఈ 50 లేక నన్ను, సారీ 50 అంటున్నా, ఈ 208 లేక నన్ను అలో చేయలేదన్నమాట. నేను ఇంకా మన మాస్టర్ సర్వర్లోనే ఉన్నా, స్లేవ్ సర్వర్లోకి వెళ్ళలేదన్నమాట. సో నేను దాన్ని ఎనేబుల్ చేసేదానికోసం ఇప్పుడు నేను ప్రొసీజర్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. ఫర్ దట్ ప్రొసీజర్ ఫస్ట్ యూ నీడ్ టు గో టు cd root. దట్ root ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ గో టు లైక్ దిస్ ఆల్సో, వేర్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ ద సర్వర్. నువ్వు ఏ పాత్రలో అయినా ఉండు, నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, అంటే ఏ పాత్రలో అయినా ఉండు అంటే లైక్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, లుక్ అట్ హియర్, నౌ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ pwd, so that is etc httpd conf. Now if you type /root like this, means you will directly go to the roots. Okay, so like that. So cd root. So now you are in, if you click pwd, you are in root. Now just ll it, total files are 0. Now here you need to enter the command called ssh minus key gen. So what it will do is, it will generate the key, ssh key. We need to provide authentication, or we need to provide some certificates or keys, public key and private key or encrypted key format like that, to make it active. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు మీ ఫ్రెండ్ మాట్లాడుకోవాలనుకో, మీ ఫ్రెండ్ ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు మీ ఫ్రెండ్ మాట్లాడుకోవాలనుకో ఏం చేస్తారు, ఫస్ట్ మీరు ఒక ఏదో ఒక ప్లేస్ని ఎంచుకుంటారనమాట, సీక్రెట్ ప్లేస్ని. ఆ సీక్రెట్ ప్లేస్ కోసం మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఏమైతే చేస్తారో అవే చేస్తాను మనం కూడా ఇప్పుడు. ఓకేనా, సీక్రెట్ కీ కోసం కీస్ అన్ని జనరేట్ చేసుకొని ఒక సర్వర్ నుంచి ఇంకో సర్వర్కి మనం కనెక్షన్ అనేది ఎనేబుల్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. అది ఎట్లా ఎనేబుల్ చేస్తామంటే, బై షేరింగ్ ద కీస్, బై షేరింగ్ ద key generation keys or whatever it may be, that files, I'll let you know what is that key gen. Okay, so now I'm going to generating the key here. First of all, see, simple. See here, it is showing generating public or private RSA key pair, enter file in which to save the key. So మనం ఏదైనా ఒక ఫైల్ పాత్ తీయచ్చు అనమాట, ఎక్కడ సేవ్ అవ్వాలా నీకు అని. సో బై డిఫాల్ట్ ఆల్రెడీ మనకి /root/.ssh/idrsa అని ఉంది కదా. సో ఇదే మనం ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తామంట. సో సింప్లీ ప్రెస్ ఎంటర్ అంతే. ఓకేనా, సో మీకు ఏమైనా పాస్వర్డ్ కావాలనుకుంటే పాస్వర్డ్ కూడా ఎంటర్ చేయొచ్చు, బట్ డోంట్ ఎంటర్ ద పాస్వర్డ్ హియర్, జస్ట్ ప్రెస్ ఎంటర్ అండ్ దెన్ అగైన్ ఎంటర్. ఓకే, నౌ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ll, it is showing total 0, but we have created, right, it was generated. So how it was generated, root/.ssh/idrsa. How can I see that .ssh file now? Do you have any idea?
Now we gave one root ssh/id here, right? This path.
Yes, we need to go to that path actually. Okay, so this is the default path, it was showing here, so that's why I select that one only. I didn't enter anything here, just I press simply enter only. Okay, so it considers this is the path. Now we are in root already, right? Now we are in root already, right? pwd means in the root only. Now we need to go to .ssh, right? So how we can go to that dot ssh? What is meant by the dot ssh? So the dot ssh is nothing but that is hidden file. Okay, so if you type ls minus la, it will show now dot ssh. Look at here, we have so many files are there, hidden files. Okay, so that's why if you type ll or ls or ls minus l also, it will not show anything. Ls minus lrt also, it will not show anything. Okay, why? Because that is hidden file. That's why you need to type ls minus la, that means to display the hidden files. Now you need to go to hidden file. Why it is hidden file means this is very important. No one should edit this one. That's why the keygen automatically will create the hidden file only. See here, I didn't give anything here, just ssh keygen I entered, then immediately it is showing, it is suggesting or it is recommending that you need to have dot ssh. Means dot means that is nothing but hidden file. Remember one thing, in each and every Linux operating system, the standard path of the keygen is this one only. Okay, no one changed this one. Okay, so don't worry, మీరు ఏ ప్రాజెక్ట్లోకి వెళ్ళినా ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా కూడా మనకి కీస్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయంటే, అంటే పబ్లిక్ కీస్ కానీ ప్రైవేట్ కీస్ కానీ ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయంటే డైరెక్ట్గా మనకి డాట్ ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్లోనే ఉంటాయన్నమాట. చూడు, ఇప్పుడు నేను డాట్ ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్లోకి వస్తే ఇక్కడ ఆథరైజ్డ్ కీస్ ఉంది, ఐడి అండ్ ఆర్ఎస్ఏ డాట్ పబ్లిక్ కీ. దిస్ ఈస్ ప్రైవేట్ అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ పబ్లిక్ అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ known host. Okay, so now here you have generated the key now. Okay, now what you need to do is, first step, it will create a public key. So ikkada public key create chesin chudu, id underscore rsa. Mana private key tho pani ledhu, ikkada public key tone pani anamata. Okay na? So now ippudu nu em cheyalante ee public key ni open cheyalanamata. So how can you open this public key file?
CD.
cd.
We can use CD, right?
CD is for directory only. So this is file, right? id underscore rsa pub is directory or file?
Sir,
This is
VI.
vi is
Hello?
edit.
we can use
Cat, right? So we can use the cat to see the content, and I want to copy that content. That's why I want to make it cat or more. Okay, so now look at here, in the id under rsa pub I have one key. This is the key which I need to copy now. Okay, why? Because I need to copy this and I need to paste in the slave server. Okay, in the slave server, but in the slave server also, where you need to do that. But before copying that, we'll do the same procedure in slave server also. Okay, and this is the slave server. Okay, so if you have any doubt whether it is slave server or not, just type ifconfig and you can see the 208. So 208 is slave instance. Okay, so 208 అనేది మనకి slave instance. మీకు ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పినాను కదా, ఇక్కడ చూపించాను కదా. సో చూడండి, ఇక్కడ 208 is slave instance. So go to here, in the slave instance, go to slave instance and then go to root. Okay, /root. Okay, like this, and then here to ll, nothing is showing. If you see ls minus la also, let me show you here, ls minus la also, it is showing some files. .ssh is there already. If I go to .ssh, okay, ll, see, look at here, it is having only authorized keys file. Okay, now what I will do is I will go back again. Okay, now I'm in root. Now I will do ssh minus keygen. Okay, why I'm generating here also, I'll let you know later. Okay, just simply I'm simply pressing enter. Same procedure what I have done in the master server, pressing enter, pressing enter, pressing enter. See, look at here, now I'll go to cd.ssh, that is hidden directory. So now here I'm now in ll. See, now we got two files other, id underscore rsa, id underscore rsa dot public. Okay, earlier it was only authorized keys. After ssh keygen, we have created two files, id underscore rsa, id underscore rsa dot pub. Okay, so now what I need to do is, from master to slave I need to connect, right? So for that, what I will do is I will copy this public key from slave server to master server. Okay, so what I will do is just cat it. Okay, cat id underscore rsa public key. So just copy this one. Now copy from ssh to last. Okay, remember one thing, these lines should be in the single line only. That's why after copying that, after selecting that, open notepad and then just paste it there. Why? Because you can able to see whether it is in the single line or two lines. Okay, here it is having line by line, it is having line by line. I'm not sure whether it is in the line by line or not. Let me open Notepad. Okay, so that it will be having perfect thing. I don't think Notepad plus plus. I'm not sure whether I have Notepad plus plus. Let me try to do that.
In Notepad also we can see a single line, bro. Not only Notepad plus plus.
Yes, we can able to see, but that what is that? We need to make it font size small, right?
Mhm.
Right. But I have Notepad plus plus. Let me open that. Notepad plus plus is very easy to operate anything. Okay, instead of simply Notepad.
Yeah, yeah, correct, bro.
Okay, I'm opening Notepad plus plus. One moment. So remember that always the public key should be in the single line only. Okay, it should not be in the multiple lines. Okay, it is taking time. Okay, meanwhile I'll try to
అంటే అంటే ఇక్కడ ఎక్కిన అక్కడ ఎక్కిన ఇక్కడ ఏమైనా యూజ్ చేస్తామా బ్రో?
చేసాం. అదే ఇక్కడికి అక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేసాం, అక్కడికి ఇక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేసాం, రెండింటికి మనం ఎనేబుల్ చేసాం అనమాట. ఓకేనా? దిస్ ఈజ్ వాట్ ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ ఎనేబుల్, పాస్వర్డ్లెస్ ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ ఎనేబుల్. బట్ అది ఎక్కడ చేస్తాం, ఎలా చేస్తాం అనేది చూడాలి మనం. అంటే ఎక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేస్తాం ఆ కీని అనేది చూడాలి. ఇప్పుడు నీ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ప్రకారం ఎక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేస్తాం చెప్పు. సో లెట్ మీ గో హియర్. రైట్, ఎక్కడ ప్లేస్ చేయొచ్చు నీ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ప్రకారం?
ఐ మీన్ ఇక్కడ ఏదైనా ఐడీస్ చేంజ్ చేస్తామా, లేకపోతే ఐ మీన్ సర్వర్ ఐడీస్?
సర్వర్ ఐడీస్ ఏం చేంజ్ చేయం మనము. నో, వి డోంట్ చేంజ్ ఎనీథింగ్.
నో ఐడియా బ్రో ఇక్కడైతే నాకైతే.
Okay, I will show that. Don't worry. I got open the Notepad plus plus. I will just paste here. Okay. Here it was a single line only. Okay, so no worries. Simply you have copied that one. Now go to in the master server. I have copied from slave server. Now come to master server. Here you can able to find file called known host. Okay, so that you need to open known host. So in that known host you need to paste the key which you copied from different server. See here it is already 208 is there. Okay, 208 in the sense is this is public key. Whenever we are generating the SSH key, it is showing 208 something here it is. But don't worry, I will watch that. I need to edit this one. Okay, just press I insert. Okay, just shift A, sorry, escape, shift A, it will come into the insert and last. Okay, I'll press enter and then I'll click right click. I have pasted this SSH minus RSA key. I want this one, SSH minus RSA key. Okay, don't confuse here. మీరు మోసపోద్దండి, దాన్ని చూసి ఆల్రెడీ ఉంది కదా అని. దట్ ఈస్ డిఫరెంట్ అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ డిఫరెంట్. ఓకే, నౌ ఐల్ సేవ్ ఇట్, ఎస్కేప్ అండ్ దెన్ colon wq not. Okay, so now I have entered this slave server to the master server. Now let me try again. Okay, so what I have done before, that is ssh command, right? Ssh do like here from right this one, ssh 208. Now I'll try to do that, ssh 208. See now it was a permission denied public key. Okay, still it is showing that permission. Okay, okay, right, I want to do from here this one. Let me do that. I'll do from here, I think. SSH. Yes, so it is also showing permission denied. Okay, maybe this is having some different thing, gss api keys. Okay, it is showing some application programming interface, but anyways I will configure in VMware. So in that I will give you the details. Okay, so how to do that and everything. Okay, but let me do one thing. I will copy from here to paste there, then I will try. Okay, cat id underscore rsa. Okay, I'll copy this and then I'll go to slave server. So here I'll create a file. Okay, touch space no touch, I will give vi directly, vi known underscore hosts. Okay, I'll create the file, and then here already it is there, right? So it is showing, that's why. So shift A, press enter, and then right click, then escape, wq not save. Okay, now I have saved, right? So in both, so go to va non hosts, sorry, ssh. So still it is permission denied, because I think it is having some private cloud VPC issues. I will troubleshoot that one, and then I will show you how to do that in AWS Linux as well as our personal VMware. Okay, so in the personal VMware also I'll show you how to create the two virtual missions, instances by using single VMware, so that you can understand how to do that. Okay, so anyways, you will come to know about the VMware also here now, how to do that. So tomorrow, I mean from Monday onwards, we will work on VMware for 3 to 4 days. Okay, then we will come to the AWS again. Okay, right. That's how we need to do the configuration of SSH. Procedure is same only. Don't worry. Procedure is exactly the same ditto. Okay, there is no any changes in this. You can just simply need to follow the procedure. That's it. Okay.
బ్రో నాకు ఒక డౌట్ బ్రో.
Yes.
బ్రో ఇప్పుడు ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ అనేది ఒక సర్టిఫికేట్స్ కదా బ్రో. ఇప్పుడు మనము ఇక్కడ ఐ మీన్ నేను యూఆర్ఎల్ అనేది ప్రజెంట్కి హెచ్టిటిపిపి యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. నాకు హెచ్టిటిపిపి ఐ మీన్ సెక్యూర్గా కావాలి అంటే ఈ ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ అనేది యాడ్ చేస్తాం కదా బ్రో.
నో HTTPS అనేది ఏమంటే అది సపరేట్, మళ్ళీ అది HTTPS కి SSL సర్టిఫికేట్ మనం కాన్ఫిగర్ చేస్తాం. ఓకేనా, SSL
ఇది ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ అనేది ఇది ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తాం బ్రో? అయితే
SSH అనేది ఏమంటే ఓన్లీ టు కనెక్ట్ ఆర్ టు ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ ద కనెక్షన్ బిట్వీన్ మల్టిపుల్ సర్వర్స్. ఓకే, అంటే ఒక సర్వర్ నుంచి ఇంకో సర్వర్ కి నువ్వు జంప్ అయిపోయే దానికోసం ఇది. ఓకేనా, సి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్
అంటే రియల్ టైంలో మనం ఇదంతా చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఇది
రియాలిటీలో మనం చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. అంటే డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ ద సిచ్యువేషన్ ఖచ్చితంగా మనం, అంటే ఇది యాక్చువల్ హై లెవెల్లో ఉండే వాళ్ళకి ఇస్తారు ఛాన్స్ చేయమని చెప్పి, మనకి వెంటనే ఇవ్వరు. బట్ మనకి ఒకవేళ ఆ ఛాన్స్ వచ్చిందనుకో కంపల్సరీ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా, సో మనం పోయేది హైయర్ లెవెల్ అంటే ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ దోస్ హూ ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ అట్లీస్ట్ మినిమం 3 to 4 years ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. నౌ డేస్ ఇప్పుడైతే 2 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి కూడా ఇలాంటి కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్ అన్ని కూడా చేయమని చెప్తున్నారు అనమాట. ఓకేనా, సో నౌ ఆ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ ఎందుకంటే నేను మీకు ఎస్సిపి అనే కమాండ్ చెప్పాలన్నమాట. ఎస్సిపి అనేది ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఇక్కడ ఈ దీంట్లో ఏమీ లేవు. నేను ఇక్కడ ఏం చేశానంటే MKDAR ఇక్కడ స్లేవ్ అనే సర్వర్ అని క్రియేట్ చేస్తాను, నేను స్లేవ్ సర్వర్ అని. ఓకేనా, సో హియర్ స్లేవ్ సర్వర్, ఈ స్లేవ్ సర్వర్ అనే డైరెక్టరీని నేను మాస్టర్ సర్వర్కి నేను కాపీ చేయాలనుకుంటాను. ఓకేనా, సో అప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేస్తాను, నేను ఇక్కడ సో ఎస్సిపి కమాండ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాను. ఎస్సిపి మైనస్ PR స్పేస్, ఇక్కడ నేను స్లేవ్ సర్వర్ ఇస్తాను అనమాట. ఇచ్చేసి ఇక్కడ వచ్చి నేను ఐపీ అడ్రస్ ఇస్తాను. కానీ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు నువ్వు యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇవ్వాలా. సో ఇక్కడ EC2 స్పేస్ మైనస్ యూజర్ @ IP అడ్రస్. సో ఏ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ ఇవ్వాలి, ఇక్కడ నువ్వు ఏ సర్వర్కి అయితే కాపీ చేయాలనుకుంటానో ఆ సర్వర్ యొక్క ఐపీ అడ్రస్ ఇవ్వాలి. సో హియర్ ద సర్వర్ ఈస్ దిస్ వన్ 208. ఓకే, సో నౌ యూ నీడ్ టు గివ్ 208 and then you need to give path also. So home/EC2 user. Okay, now if I press enter, see here it is getting failed because that SSH is also failed, that's why. Okay,
సేమ్ థింగ్ ఇక విండోస్ ఇంకా మనం లైనక్స్ లోకి ఏదైనా ఐ మీన్ ఫైల్స్ కాపీ చేసుకోవాలంటే ఇక్కడ ఎస్సిపి యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా.
దానికి మనకి WinSCP అని సెపరేట్ గా ఉంది. అది నేను చూపిస్తాను నేను మీకు, డోంట్ వరీ.
WinSCP తెలుసు, ఇక్కడ ఇలా కూడా ఎస్సిపి కూడా యూజ్ చేసుకొని చేయొచ్చు కదా అనేది.
ఎస్సిపి అనేది ఓన్లీ లైనక్స్ టు లైనక్స్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. బట్ ఎస్సిపి అనేది నీకు సిగ్విన్ టూల్ కానీ లేదంటే ఈ మొపాక్స్టమ్ కానీ లేదంటే కిట్ బ్యాష్ కానీ ఇలాంటి వాటిల్లో అది పనికొస్తుంది. ఎస్సిపి అనేది ఎట్లంటే విండోస్ టు లైనక్స్ కి, లైనక్స్ టు విండోస్. ఓకేనా, పుట్టిలో మాత్రం లైనక్స్ టు లైనక్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, అర్థమైంది కదా, రైట్. సో లైక్ దిస్ ఎస్సిపి కమాండ్ యూజ్ చేసే దానికోసం కూడా నేను చూపిస్తాను అనమాట. బట్ ఇక్కడ నాకు ఒక డౌట్ ఉంది, చెప్తాను నేను. ఎందుకంటే పబ్లిక్ మాస్టర్ సర్వర్ యొక్క పబ్లిక్ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ తీసుకుంటాను నేను, ఎందుకంటే ప్రైవేట్ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ తీసుకుంటాను నేను ఇంతసేపు. లెట్ మీ ట్రై విత్ ద పబ్లిక్ ఐపీ అడ్రస్. ఓకే, SSH స్పేస్ ఫ్రమ్ స్లేవ్ టు మాస్టర్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్. వెయిట్, ఇట్ ఈస్ దిస్ స్లేవ్ ఆర్ మాస్టర్? Sorry, this is slave only. I will go to master. I will copy the public IP address of master server. Okay, so now what I am doing is నేను ఇప్పుడు స్లేవ్ సర్వర్ లో ఉన్నాను. స్లేవ్ నుంచి మాస్టర్కి కనెక్ట్ అవుతాను, బట్ బై యూజింగ్ SSH కమాండ్. నేను ఆల్రెడీ SSH అంతా ఎనేబుల్ చేశాను, బట్ నేను ప్రైవేట్ ఐపీతో ట్రై చేశాను, ఇప్పుడు పబ్లిక్ ఐపీతో ట్రై చేశాను. వెదర్ ఇట్ మే బి వర్క్, ఐ థింక్. సో click on yes, I think no, it is still it is having something is there, but okay, anyways I'll troubleshoot that one and then I'll come back to AWS SSH procedure. Okay, but meanwhile Monday we will see both SSH procedure in AWS Linux as well as our VMware both. Okay, right.
Okay.
That's all about today's class, and then Monday we will take a long class. Try to log in more like early morning 6:30 or like that. We will take up to 8. Okay.
Yeah, sure, bro.
ఓకే
మనం లైనక్స్ యాజ్ సూన్ యాజ్ పాసిబుల్ కంప్లీట్ చేసేయాలి, ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పటికే చాలా టైం వేస్ట్ అయిపోతాను మంది. నేను ఫాస్ట్ పోవట్లేదు అందుకని. ఓకేనా
బ్రో, అలాగే అప్లోడ్ చేయండి,
ఏది
ఒకసారి చూసి మేము ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తాం. ఇది